I'm Elisa Tersigni, and I'm the Wayne C. Vance carillonist here at the Metropolitan United Church. I have been at the church for about 3 years, and I've been playing carillon for about 10 years. The carillon is an instrument, its bells attached to a keyboard, minimum 23 bells to be classified as a carillon, and it's played dynamically from batons and pedals. That means that we can play very softly and very loudly. So it's called preparation. If we prepare a baton and strike it from the top, you can hear it very softly. And if we hit it really hard, it's very loud. So we have a full dynamic range. So the batons and the pedals are attached to a wire that pulls a clapper, the ball inside the bell, and that's what strikes the bell, and that's what makes a noise. So because this is a public-facing instrument, anytime we play here, it's a performance. Anytime we practice on here, it's a performance. And so we're very mindful of playing things at appropriate times, so trying not to disrupt the neighbors too much. We play things for the church, but we also play things for the community. Usually, if you're coming to carillon, it's not your first instrument. It's an awkward instrument to learn in that there aren't very many of them. They're hard to access. You have to climb a tower for one, so there are accessibility issues, but also you can only play at certain times of the day. You can't practice 8 hours a day like you might with another instrument. Generally, you're coming as a professional pianist or organist. So the batons are the white keys and the black keys of the piano, but you're playing with your fists. We do play with our fingers sometimes, but generally we're playing with our fists. And then the pedal board is very similar to an organ pedal board. Certainly all carillonists at least arrange their own music because we're constantly having to write things that work for our instrument and are customized to the time and place that we're playing. There's only like 5 carillonists in Toronto, 6 carillonists in Toronto. There's probably 600 carillons in the world, probably 600 active carillonists, maybe a couple thousand who have learned it at some point. So it's a very small community. I'm an academic and I've moved all over the world, and sometimes I moved to cities where there wasn't a carillon there and I'd have to travel 3 or 4 hours to get to one. So if you're only practicing once a week or once every couple weeks or even less frequently than that, then it's hard to keep up. My teacher always told me that mistakes are the way that people know it's a human playing this instrument, and I try and remember that. It is the human quality. It doesn't matter if it's a whole note or quarter note, eighth note, whatever, you're playing it the same because you're striking it and you're moving on to the next note. And that's what we call preparation. So you play a note and you're immediately moving on to something else. So you're kind of always existing in the future of your sheet music. The other thing is because this is quite physically demanding, you need to have a lot of core strength. So often you're playing the heaviest notes with your legs, with your feet, because your legs have more power than your arms. So you're often playing your legs down here and you're playing the light things up here with your hands. So you're playing kind of askew in a way that demands a lot of core strength. That can be quite tricky. Historically, women were not carillonists because it's a public-facing instrument and there was a lot of stigma around public performance. So this is true of lots of instruments. Like women historically tended to be like private players, like they would play piano in the privacy of their home type of thing. So carillon has a history of being a secular instrument attached to a town hall. So it was like the city's instrument. And so typically, historically, it was men who were playing this. So those nuances about what makes it different to be a woman carillonist, I feel like have not really been talked about. And to me, that's particularly interesting. I'm very open to requests. So if people from the neighborhood want to write in, I'm always willing to hear that. For me, it's the ability to connect with people in such a unique way. So people have no idea that this is me inside the tower. Usually people think I'm a computer. They don't know it's a human until I make an error and then they might think about it. But this is such a unique way to connect with people. And when I hear stories like the hospital worker next door who heard my music and was touched by it, that it just gives me such pride. This is such an important job to me. If you want to give that a push it, yep, go for it.
Okay.
Feel how heavy that is?
Yeah.
Now come feel the lightest one.
Okay. This is so exciting.
And play that.
Oh yeah.